you guys. So this time I couldn't get my intro to work right, so that's okay. Oh, so it is Thursday night. What is today's date? July 19th? No, July 18th, right? Yeah, July 18th. Tomorrow's the 19th and Saturday's the 20th. The 20th is my card class. So that's, yeah, so that's the date, 18th. Oh, so I've been really, really busy trying to get prepared for tonight's live and prepare for my class on Saturday. And then tomorrow is going to be a busy day too because Fridays is I'm cleaning my house, I'm running a couple errands and setting up for my class so that when I get up in the morning I can just kind of take it easy and I don't have to be rushed. So anyway, so I'm going to give you guys some time to find me and hop on here. I know that several of you were excited for tonight's live because I've missed the last two Thursday nights. So we had July 4th, and then I was out of town last week. I was in Florida, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun with me and my daughter Nikki and my oldest granddaughter Isabella. So we call her Bella. I call her Belly. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun and very busy. We didn't get a whole lot of downtime, but the times that we did, it was really nice because the hotel we stayed in had a lazy river, and that was our favorite part to hang out in. So yeah, we did that every chance we got, and then mostly it was just dance, 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 which was fine because I absolutely love to watch my granddaughter dance and be in her element. And her competition went really well. She brought home gold. So I know she was hoping that she could bring home a little bit higher because there's gold, platinum, and fire, I believe. And then there's silver. So, but hey, for her first nationals, it wasn't the first time doing a solo, but it's her first solo that dance that she's done, and she's done it a couple times at different competitions, and each time she's gotten gold. So super proud of her, and super proud of her for even making it to nationals. So that was so much fun to watch her do that. Hey, Chris, you found me. So looks like it's getting very, very cloudy, and I can hear thunder in the distance. And with our internet here, I'm hoping that we don't get dropped because if I do, I'll have to jump back on. So you guys just hang in there, try to find me. You may have to log out and log back in. But anyway, so I hope that everything goes okay with the live tonight because we have three great cards to show you, to share with you, to show you how I created them so that you can recreate them or even spin off on your own on them. It's some coloring tips on how to color. I don't know what you call it. It's a stamp that when you ink it up in the ink pad, the whole thing stamps the same color. And sometimes we just don't want that. So the stamp set that I'm going to be using is Loveliest Trees. And we're going to be using the dies to that. And I'm also going to be using some extra dies. We're going to use these, not the Spotlight on Nature dies. It is the, what are they called? My mind just went blank. That's the Loveliest Trees. Stylish Shapes. We're going to be using that. And then a brand new stamp set. And yes, I know it's a little early for this. But it's going to be upon us before we know it. And I know that us crafters, we always have to get a jump start on the seasonal stuff, right? So this is only online. It's an online exclusive. This is Scenic Pumpkin Patch. So we're going to be using that just a little bit, just to introduce it just a tiny bit on one of our cards too. So let's see here. I don't know if I have any bonus days are still going on. They end on July 31st. So what bonus days are is with every $50 that you spend before tax and shipping, Stampin' Up! Will send you a $5 off coupon through your email. You have to keep that coupon code. Don't lose it. Don't delete it. Take a picture, write it down, whatever you have to do, because they can't keep track of them all to tell you, oh, your coupon code was this, this, this. So make sure that you either save the email, take a picture of it. If you're like me, you'll have to save the email, take a picture, and write it down. And maybe I'll still have the coupon code. But anyway, and then you get to redeem the coupon codes next month. So you can get as many as you want. It's just with every $50. So if you spend $100, you'll get two. And you can use them on separate orders during the month of August, or you can use them all on one order. So, yep, that's that. And so I need to know, outside of my regular customers, you'll all automatically get one, but I need to know if there's anybody who would like to have the what's it called? I'm just going to call it the holiday catalog because that's what we've always called it. But now I think it's the September through December because it ends in January, first part of January. So anyway, the holiday catalog, if you would like to have one in your hands, please let me know, because I'm going to be doing the mail order selector, catalog selector for that, because it's a whole lot cheaper for me to do it that way. Especially if I have to mail it to you. It's just a whole lot cheaper. I will be ordering extra ones too, just in case someone might want one later on, or someone new that comes to my class. So let's see. So just email me on that one and let me know. If not email, you can message me on Facebook. You can email me at spongenstamp@hotmail.com. You can text me if you have my phone number, and just let me know, hey, Carol, that you would like to have one, because I have to place that order no later than the 31st of July. So that's just 2 weeks away. So let me know on that one. And but they won't be going live until September. So, but come August, you'll probably see pictures and you'll be seeing new product from it and all of that. But I just have to order them no later than July 31st. So that's why I'm asking. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I love that you guys say hi to each other. I just think that's so sweet. Okay, but that's what it's all about, right? We're just a big old happy community here of stampers. All right, so my desk has still got some stuff on it. I'm gonna flip this down. So let's flip that down. Let me put my glasses on so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm not quite sure which one I want to do first. I thought I knew, but now I don't know. So let me show you this card. If you're on my email list, you got an email. I think it went out. I don't know when it went out, sometime this week. And let me tell you, my days have been just going, boom, boom. I can't keep track of what day it is. And that's pretty scary. So if you're on my email list, you got an email from me this week. And this card was in there. And I told you how I made it. It wasn't a PDF. I just wrote in the email how to do it. But I wanted to show you. I'm not going to show you how to do this because in my email I told you how. But I will go over it real quick to get this. See if I can hold it up there so you can see it. So the colors that I used was Pecan Pie and Mossy Meadow and Blackberry Bliss. So what I did was I took my Mossy Meadow marker, the Stampin' Right marker. This is Crumb Cake. The Stampin' Right marker, not your blends, because your blends will just stain your stamps and it dries really fast, so it won't ink. But your Stampin' Right markers are water-based, so you use those to color your stamps, and it's really a lot of fun to do that too. If you haven't tried that, I hope that you do. But I just took my Stampin' Right marker and just went over the stamp over the stamp. And then I took my crumb cake. No, I'm sorry. I took my Blackberry Bliss Stampin' Write marker and I just thumped it all over where I thought I might want some blackberry ink. Then I took my crumb cake because I don't have pecan pie Stampin' Write marker. So, which this one is running out of ink too. And then I just took it, and in the stamp, let me see if I can see. You can see where the branches go up into the tree. And so what I did was I just took it and just colored it. And then I would wipe off the green because it will get on your marker, but it won't ruin your marker. And then just wiped it off on scrap paper. And I just did that and colored it in with my crumb cake. That way I got most of the green off, and it left a mark where I wanted to come in with my Stampin' Blend marker, this marker right here, and color in the branches with that so that they would stand out more. Because the crumb cake was really light, and I really didn't, I wanted something to stand out more. So then after I got it all colored the way I wanted to, I just gave it a couple of really good huffs to moisten the ink, and then I stamped it down. And then I took my blend and colored in the branches, and that's how I did that. This right here, I just took a sponge dauber, inked it up in Old Olive, and just brushed that across there. And then I stamped my image, which I thought this sentiment said never give up. And I made this card specifically for somebody too. But unless I can figure out a way to put love in here, like never gives up is love. So, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that work or not, or she'll probably get a kick out of it anyway. But, yeah, it says never gives up. So anyway, silly me. So I'm going to show you this card right here. We're going to do that one first, I believe. This one, I don't have a sample for you, but it's another coloring technique of a way that you can color it. So we're going to do this one. We've got our tree in here. Now I need to clean that ink off of there that I just put on there. So take my chamois. I love my chamois. Let me catch over here with the, hey, Tori. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so let me get my scrap paper because we're going to need that. I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber. Let me make sure this is the green. It is. I'm going to use Old Olive on this. I'm also going to use Calypso Coral and Daffodil Delight. Okay. No, crushed curry. I'm sorry, crushed curry. So the first thing that we're going to do, let me, here it is. So I'm going to take all of this out here, because these are all the pieces to make this card. So this card, it opens up like that. It's not a fancy fold or anything, but it kind of looks fancy. I'm going to show you how I made it, or how you can make it too. I have my little notes here too, so that I don't forget, because I made these cards the day before yesterday and yesterday. So me remembering how I did it is probably going to be an epic fail. But anyway, so I have my card base here. Let me close this up before I have a disaster, because I will. I'm going to bring in my trimmer, because what I'm going to do is, this is a regular card base here. This was a full sheet. I probably should have did this whole thing together for you. The whole sheet is 8.5 by 11, okay? So you want to score it at, with the, let me show you, because my brain is not working. So, and I'm being super lazy. I'm rolling instead of just getting up and walking. So I tell you, I am no longer working at the Dollar General anymore, the DG. The Friday before my trip was my last day. Long story on why. just, it just wasn't working out. I lost my score, so now I have to order another score blade. But so if you wanted to make it really easy on yourself and you wanted to have 2 card bases already scored, you would put the 8.5 side up at the top, push it over to 4 1/4, and you would score it. And then what you do is you turn it. Let me move that out of the way. You turn it where the 11-inch side is at the top, and then you would move it over to 5 1/2, and then you just trim it, and then you would have 2 card bases. So what I'm going to do, so that's how you have that. All right, so I'm going to bring in the one that's already scored. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one of the sides over to the 1-inch mark, and I am just going to cut off 1 inch. And you can save this piece because you may use it on something else, or if you won't, you can just toss it. But I always save mine because you never know. And especially if you're die cutting like little pieces out and stuff, it works really great. So now I am going to fold this on the score line. And I'm going to use my bone folder and give that a fold. Okay, so that is how you create that. Okay, so it gives you this 1-inch thing here. All right, 1-inch thing. You like that? I like that. Okay, so now I just got to remember which pieces are for which. Okay, this is stamping. This is stamping. This is going to go here. This is our layer, and this is 5 1/4 by 4, and it's going to go right in here like so. All right, so I am going to go ahead and attach this piece. This is 1 inch, and this is the Out of the Country Woods. I have been dying to use this piece, but everything that I did, it just didn't go with. But this card, I believe it does. So that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue, and I forgot to open up a new glue, so I'm probably going to have to do that sometime during the live, maybe sooner than later, because it's not going to come out. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get a new one. All right. Here we go. Got to open this up. I didn't want any delays on this video today. And I keep checking to make sure that I'm still live. Makes me so nervous. Okay, so we're just going to put some glue on that. Just like that. You guys are really, really quiet tonight. Not a whole lot of chitter chatter. Okay, so I am going to put that all the way top to bottom on there. I'm going to flip this over and make sure that I got that on there pretty straight, and I do for the most part. There we go. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Now, if you're going to do any stamping or stamp your sentiment on it, you might want to do that first before you glue it. Just depends on how brave you are, because it would be my luck that I would glue it down and then I would mess up. All right, so that part's done. Then I thought that this side was kind of boring, so I took another piece. And this piece is 3 by, what is this? This is 3 by 5 1/4. And we are going to glue this piece down too. And I really hope that I'm not getting ahead of myself and forgetting something. You know how that goes, right? All right. This is not on here straight. Not at all straight. Trying to line it up with that, and line it up with that, and that's good enough for me. All right, so we've got that part done. So we are going to put this out of the way. This is our layer for our stamped tree. So that is going to go just like that. And if I remember correctly, this is 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, and then this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay. Then we're going to stamp here and we're going to stamp here, but I'm going to stamp this first before we do our tree. And I did not block that one. So where is it at? It should be in here. And it is. So we've got our tree, our little leaves is what that is. And I need to look at my sample card. You know how that goes. You did something, but you don't remember how you did it. So now we need all 3 of these ink pads opened, but I'm going to only open one at a time. Otherwise, I will accidentally put it in one that I didn't want it in. Okay, so now we're just going to randomly stamp a couple of these Calypso Coral in here. You can stamp as many as you want or as less as you want. Okay, I think I am pretty good with that. So now I need to clean this off. And I'm going to close this up for now. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my crushed curry. And I am going to, I think I'm going to go this way on this. I had to do some stamp surgery on this because I'm a heavy inker sometimes. And if you get ink around the edge of it, if you rock it just the slightest bit, you'll get that little line. So I carefully take my paper snips and snip at an angle because you don't want to cut your foam because that's your padding. So I just carefully snip it and trimmed it around there at an angle so that it will not leave me that halo, hopefully. So now I am just going to come around and ink up. Let's see. Let's put one right here. Okay. So we're going to clean this off again. Hey, Lynette, you made it! Yay! Okay. I'm going to move this white piece because I see a disaster going to happen there too. Oh, can you guys hear me? Because it just dawned on me that my mic was not even over here. So I hope that you could hear me. Obviously you could, or you guys would have said something to me. You guys are really good about letting me know, which I appreciate. And then we're just going to come in. And just kind of, let's see, like that. That's good. And I think I'm going to put one here. And put a little here. And actually, I think I'd like to put a Calypso Coral there. We'll put a green one there. And let's see, I know I got more down here than I have up here, but I'm not too worried about it because most of it's going to get covered up anyway. So, but I am going to put another Calypso Coral right here, just like that. And maybe I'll put one here. That looks good. I'm okay with that. All right, so I'm going to close this up and we'll leave that one open. I'm going to clean this off. Put that away over there. And let's see. I'm going to put this aside because we're done with that. Now we're going to bring in this one. All right, so this is where we're going to do a little bit of some shading, okay? So I'm not going to shade my grass until my tree is there. You know what? Yeah, I am. I am going to go ahead and do that. So because I want to do my sky too. Ooh, this just does fit on there, and I think I want it to go right about there. Okay, so I'm going to take my sponge dauber, and I know that I could use my blending brushes, and it gives which I do use for the sky, but for the grass, I kind of like that choppy look a little bit for grass, because grass is not always perfect, right? So there we go. So I am okay with the way that looks. All right, so there we've got that. Now I am going to bring in some Balmy Blue for my sky. Hey, Kim. I'm sorry, I'm just reading. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I am going to use my blending brush for this. And my Balmy Blue is getting low on ink. I thought I had a re-inker for it, but I cannot find it. So I just got green ink on that. Doggone it. I have been so bad about getting ink on my fingers and not realizing that I did, and getting ink all on my projects. I've been getting really bad about that. So I need to start being a little bit more careful. All right, so I'm just going to blend this. I'm just going back and forth. On this. I really do miss sponging. I tell you that. I do, because I used to do a lot of it, and I would make ocean scenes with it, but I really haven't done a whole lot of that in a long time. All right, so this is getting a little messed up, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so I got a little blue in there for my sky. Now what we're gonna do is, where's my green? This is my green, this is my green. Okay, so we're gonna take some Old Olive, and I'm gonna ink this up really good. And then I'm just gonna dab it all where the leaves are. I probably even will dab a little on there, like that. We're gonna dab it really good. We're gonna make sure that it's really on there. Really want it coated very good. All right, so now what I'm going to do, in order to achieve that look, we're going to take some more sponge daubers, and I don't know what color. That was green too. Well, okay, so good thing those things are washable. They just stain. This might work. No, that's purple. What did I do with the yellow one? Well, we'll just use this one. All right, so I think I use this one actually for the yellow and the Calypso Coral. So I'm going to take some yellow, and I'm just going to dab around with the yellow. Okay. When you do this, you do want to wipe it off before you stick it, because if you can see, it's got a little bit of green in there. So, and you don't want to mix your green in with your yellow. So I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to try to get as much of that yellow off of there as I can before I stick that in my Calypso Coral. And I just dropped it. And I think I just found my other one. It's on the floor. All right. But I'm just going to do this and hope and pray that this just doesn't get too nasty. All right. And then I'm going to dab my Calypso Coral in here. And each time you do this, it is going to look a little different. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to look. All right, so we are going to close these up for now, because now we're going to take our Stampin' Write marker, and we're just going to see how that first strike had a little green in there, but you can't really see that well in the camera. I'm going to put some light on here. That helps me see, but I don't know. It might make it worse for you guys. Hopefully not. It keeps saying, I'm working on my lighting, I'm working on my lighting, but it keeps getting put on the back burner. And now, since I'm not working with DG, I'm not getting a paycheck. So a lot of things are going to get put on the back burner. That's why I've been working really, really hard to try to grow this business so that I can keep bringing you guys this stuff. All right, so I'm just going to color the trunk. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this piece here back in. I'm going to huff on this. I'm going to place it right where I think I want it to go, which is right about there. I went a little high with my grass. It'll be all right. And I'm going to hope that this stamps right. Okay, there we go. So that is how you achieve that. This one I like a little better. This one I sure do. My yellow didn't turn out in this one. So what we're going to do is we are going to, I did do the yellow, right? I did. Which one is that's the Calypso Coral. I don't want to get on my hands and knees and bend under my desk to get the other one, but I probably should. I don't have another one of these. Let me see if I can do this, because I really don't want to get that Calypso Coral in there. So I'm going to do just like this. That's going to be really, it's still kind of Calypso Coral-y. So you can just play with it. This didn't work out like I wanted it to, but it's okay. So there we go. It looks a little more orange than it does, so maybe it'll match the card, coordinate with the card, maybe it won't. But anyway, some reason my yellow didn't stamp in there. So anyway, see how light the crumb cake is? I wanted it to be a little darker. So that's why I brought in my branches come way up here and right here. And I know I was saying something mid-sentence and totally just jumped somewhere else. What do they call that? Like squirrel or something? I don't know. Anyway, I think it's brain overload. And then I'm just gonna put a couple in here. They go way up in there, but you really have to hunt for them to find them. And I'm not gonna do all that. Okay, so then we're just gonna cover over this with this pecan pie. I grew up calling it pecan, but being in Georgia, I have been reminded and told that it is pecan. So can you say tomato or tomato, right? All right, so I'm gonna move this out of the way because I know that's gonna be bad. All right, so it's gonna be all right. It's not very Calypso Coral-y, but oh, and then I did take a little bit of light Calypso Coral and went in here where it's a little bit of a lighter over that, because our designer series paper has it's peachy, kind of like Calypso Coral. So I wanted that to be in there. So isn't that pretty though? So that's how you can do that without, I call it sometimes. Oh, sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't. Yeah, that's good, Chris. All right, so now we're going to stamp our hello, and our hello is going to be in Calypso Coral. I really wish our tree had more Calypso Coral in it, but it's all right. Let me see how that's going to stamp. Yeah, I just stamped it right down here. I just stamped hello, just like that. All right, so now it's time to put this card, finish putting this card together. So now we're going to take this. Let me get some baby wipes over here. I'm going to take this and put that on top of there. So we're going to put some glue on this. There is a booger there. Not a real booger, but sorry, guys. A glue booger. All right, so here we go. All right. That is, oh, it slid on me. Sometimes when I do that, it'll slide on me. I guess I put too much pressure. All right, so now we're going to attach this piece here where we made our own designer series paper by stamping, which I love to do that too. I think it's so much fun. And that is going to go right in here. We're going to kind of, as much as we can, center it and line it up with that wood one, just like that. All right, so then this is going to go right on top of here, but we're not going to put any glue on this side so that our card will still open. Okay, so I'm going to place it about where I want it to go, and it's going to be right there. So right at that L right there. So I know that I don't want to put any dimensionals past that part, but what I do, let me show you. This is another way that you can do that helps me, and maybe you've already figured this out, but just in case you didn't, this really does help me out too. All right, so I've got my thing where I want it to be, and I'll take and I'll lift and I'll put this right like that so you don't see it. See, isn't that smart? Well, I can be smart sometimes. All right, so, and then I'll do the same thing here. So that will go right there, and it's hidden and you can't see it. And then I will put these, make sure that I don't put anything. We'll go over here, we'll go here. Oh, but look what I did. Not so smart. I went over too far. Oh, no, 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 no. All right. Right there. I try to show you a cool tip and then I mess it up. Go figure my luck. Okay. Let's see here. And then we've got that. And then we're going to take these off here. Well, thank you, Lynette. I just saw that Lynette said she loved the tree. I call it sometimers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I love that. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to place this right where we said we wanted it, which is right there and right there. Hopefully I'm straight. I'm not. I'm up a little higher too than what I wanted to be, but I'm going to run with it. All right, so then we're going to put a little bit of embellishments on here. And I know that the rule of thumb is odd numbers. It's more pleasing to the eye, but sometimes you can get away with one or two. These are the Adhesive Back Pearl Trios. I absolutely love these. I've already been through one whole pack of these. And I'm just going to put them right here because sometimes you want a little bling, but you don't want putting too much bling, kind of takes away from your card. So I thought that was perfect. I'm going to turn this light because I was trying to see better, but it's really ruining the light for you guys. So isn't that pretty? I just absolutely love this card. I hope that you guys do too. And I hope that you try to recreate this or take a spin off on it. But really try this technique because that is super, super fun. All right, so we've got that one. So let's go to the next one because that one took me a lot longer than what I thought it would take. All right, so this one is the one that I do not have a sample for. So I got to kind of remember what I did. So we've got a card base. This is pecan pie. This is not pecan pie. Did I cut the wrong piece out of this? No, I didn't. So we've got pecan pie. I'm pretty sure. No, that's right. I'm getting this mixed up with another one. Okay, and then we have another piece of that Country Woods Designer Series paper. And this is cut a little bit smaller. This is, I didn't write these down. This is, I want to say it's 3 3/4 by 5. And it is 3 3/4 by 5. So let's see, we've got that and that. All right, so I am not going to glue this down to our card base yet because we have some things to do. Then I have a piece of foil paper. This is a piece that I found in my drawer. I'm sure this particular one is retired, but you can get foils in the new catalog. So in the new annual catalog. So that's not a problem for you to get. It may not look exactly like that, but there's gold and there's brushed gold and there's all that kind of good stuff. Then this is for stamping. We're going to stamp our tree. So I am going to clean off our tree here. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really like it. I really do. All right, so this one we're going to do differently, okay? So this one, we are going to ink this up in Memento Tuxedo Black. And I know you're going, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you. All right, so we're going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp this right here, just like that. Okay. And there's our image. So when you look at that, you even say to yourself, there's no way that you are going to be able to color that and it look right. I promise you, yes, you are. All right, now the only problem is that I don't remember which colors I used. So it may end up looking a little different. But it is okay because I think I used light old olive and a little bit of Granny Apple Green, I think is what I used. Okay, so I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to take my pecan pie, and I'm going to color in my branches first. And I'm okay if I don't get them all, or if I color one a little whiter than it is, I'm really okay with that. So when you see me color this down here, you're going to say, oh, look at that. Okay. So see how that is? That is coloring brown. All right, now you still have your black lines just like you do with other images that we sometimes use our black ink for. But I'm telling you, this is probably now one of my favorite ways because it pops so much. Now, I haven't tried it with other colors. I might think differently when I do. But for right now, I'm just making a green tree. All right, so I think I've got the majority of them. Now I'm going to come in with my light old olive. And this one does take a little bit of time if you do it the way that I'm doing it. So on these edges and in these small little places, I'm just dotting it because I don't want it to be a solid line going around. I want it to follow the artist, Stampin' Up's artist who designed this, and I want to keep that look. So I'm just carefully dotting it around. Now I'm not going to do this to the whole tree because that would take way too long and it's not necessary. So I may only do part of this tree because of time. Because we're already at 8:17. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you know, a lot of time is taken up in the beginning just chatting and tooting and all of that, waiting for you guys to come on. It's not actual stamping time. But I also know that you guys have very busy lives and schedules, and I don't want to keep you too long either. Because if it were up to me, I could do this all night with you guys. So you guys, please don't forget to like. You guys are commenting and share this video. What I'm going to do, I'm not 100% what I'm going to do. I want to start doing stuff again for you guys when you share and comment. I just haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do. All right, I think I'm okay with that. So now what I'm going to do is, and that was the bulletin that I was using because I have more control with that. Then I'm going to come in with the brush tip and then I'm just going to color this. And where there's white spots on here is now going to be just lighter spots. I think this is magical. All right. Here we are. Is that not the coolest? It's looking a little orange on your thing, but there is no orange. It's just lighter shades. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love that. All right, so, oh, we got one more thing to color here. I think this is really like supposed to be flowers and grass, but I am just going to do it all grass. So we're just going to dab using my bullet point We're just going to dab this on there like so. Isn't that beautiful? I just think that's so pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Carol, and thank you, Chris, for sharing. All right, so let me see. Okay, so now this is where our dies come in handy for this. So we're going to do the Loveliest Tree dies. And this is just a very small die set, but it is a good one because, well, you'll see, because the next card we do. So I'm just going to line this up in here, and then I would tape this with my Post-it tape to hold it in place so that it doesn't slip on me, and then I just run it through the boss and die cut that out. But because I already did that, I already colored two. So this one is the light old olive, and this one I used dark old olive just to make it a little bit different. And these are the two that we're going to use for this particular card. I will die cut that tree and use it later. Now we're going to bring in our piece of Designer Series paper from the Country Wood or Woods. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of the two. I'm going to bring this up to the top as close as I can get it, and over here. I'm okay if it hangs off, and you'll see why, but I want to make enough room for my gold foil to go in between here, like so. And then our sentiment, I use the Stylish Shapes. I did not put a piece of paper in here, but that's all right. Which one did I use? I used this one. This is a great standalone die set. I absolutely love this. I use it all the time. We're going to stamp. I thought I had a piece. Oh, that's what it was. Because we're going to die cut that, I have room down here to die cut that. All right, and then I'm going to use pecan pie. And we're going to make this a congratulations card. When I first got the stamp set, I need to do stamp surgery on this one too. Can you see where the ink gets on that? And then if you rock it just the slightest bit, you will get, let's go over here. You will get a halo. See, let me show you. You'll get it. See? Oh, it didn't do it. Did I do stamp surgery? No, it's the other side. Well, it's not doing it now, but I did get a halo. Mostly with the leaf, I got halos with. Bad halos. Okay, so then I would tape this right in place here. I didn't stamp far enough over though, because it needed to come over more so that it would be centered. But you would just position that where you wanted it. You can tape it down. You can use a Post-it note, washi tape, whatever you want to do. Or if you have the magnetic board, you don't need to do any of that. All right, so, and then you'd run it through the boss. Okay, or the Stampin' Cut and emboss machine. I just call it boss for short. Okay, so, but because of the magic of already did it ahead of time, we've got it right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these down. I'm not going to pop them up. I'm just going to glue them straight down. And I'm not going to go all the way over to the edge. Okay, so we're going to go right about there, like so. And we're going to do this one too. So I'm going to go right about to here. A little bit too much. Do you guys hear music? I don't know what it is. I need to talk to my husband about that. Our Alexa, last couple of lives, has been coming on right about this time. Every night, every Thursday night. I don't know why. I guess it's programmed or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we've got that. And then we're going to glue this, and I'm not going to glue all the way to the end because that hangs over. So I'm just going to put it right about there. Try to get that as straight as I can. It's going up just a little tiny bit. That looks good. All right, so I'm just going to give that a second to dry because I don't want that to slip and slide on me. All right. Now we're going to take our little scissors, our paper snips, and we're going to snip that right off. And we are going to snip this right off. And then this side off too. No, don't cut that beautiful tree. Sometimes it's necessary. All right, and we didn't really cut that much off. All right, so now I am going to go ahead and put this on our card base. And I did not cut an inside piece or decide what I was going to do. Sometimes I do and sometimes I forget. I like to try to remember, and I'm going to get better at it, especially since I have more time now to do it. And I'm not going to be so rushed getting everything together. Doesn't mean that I won't make mistakes because I'm going to make them. Let's see. We're going to do that. Just kind of hold that down. Then we're going to pop up the sentiment. So I think I'm just going to use some little ones just so that I don't have to fight with them trying to fit them on there, which I'm sure the regular ones are going to fit just fine, but with a live, okay. Hey, it's some Michael Jackson. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to get my granddaughter to teach me some dance moves. All right, and that is going to go right here, just like that. And then we are going to fold this. And if you want to put some bling on that, you most certainly can, or you can leave it like that. If I had some gold sequins, I would definitely use those. I do not. So I'm wondering if I can, no, I have saved those for my class. This is all I have. Well, I was hoping I'd have something that I could use. But I do not. I have some retired gold gems, but I don't really want to use those. You know what? I wonder if I use these big ones or no, I'm not going to take the chance and not have enough rhinestones. I was going to take some basic rhinestones and color them and do that, but I think this is fine. So if you wanted to add some bling bling to that, you very well could. I probably would add a little bit, or you could add some twine in that. That would be very pretty too. So yeah, so I hope you guys like that. But aren't those trees beautiful? When you use that black Memento ink, they just pop. I love it. All right, so last but surely not least is this card right here. Let me show you. I think you're gonna really like this one. This one's gonna be pretty fast, I think. I hope. So this is it. Let me turn this over. That's distracting. So we're gonna do this one, and there's not a whole lot of stamping on this one, and most of the work I've already done. So this is what we're using. We've got wild wheat, cardstock. So this is our scrap for our tree dies. So I'm going to bring back in our tree dies. our loveliest tree dies. We're using this piece right here. That's gonna cut, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I heard it hit, but I don't, there it is. I can't get it to, well, shoot, it won't, I can't get it up. My nails need to be taken off, and I clipped them down, but now they're super fat, so they won't pick nothing up. And that's not gonna, oh, it almost did. There we go. All right. So we're gonna do that. The only piece I did not put in here was crumb cake. That's all right. Okay, so how did I get green ink on that? All right, so this is wild. We let me get this separated here so that I can show you properly. So we're gonna put this card right over here. I'm gonna set that up so that I can look at it. All right. So this is our card base. It's your standard card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're gonna go ahead and give that a nice crisp fold. Then we have our layer here. This is basic beige. And oh, by the way, like a couple months ago or a month ago, I told you guys, and I was sorely mistaken, that basic beige is replacing or replaced Very Vanilla. It did not. Stampin' Up! Just retired the Very Vanilla envelopes. We still have Very Vanilla cardstock. Okay, this is just an added color. I was wrong. So here we go. So this is our base, this our layer. This is 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to do some background stamping on that piece. Then we have an old olive that we used our stylish shapes for. So I told you, I love these. I use them all the time. So I used this one right here, and I just cut it out in old olive cardstock, this one right here. And then I used, I think it was this. See, I cannot get my fingers under anything. Was it that one? I think it was. Yep, I used the largest one to cut a circle out. So, and I think that was all I used with the stylish shapes for this card. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, and then, no, I didn't. Oh, I was wrong. I lied. Okay, so I used these two. I used the large and the small. Can you guys see? The large and the small of that. Okay, so I used those two. Let me slide this all the way down so I think I looked it up on the internet earlier today when I was eating my lunch, because I'm like, I don't have time to go to the nail salon, nor do I have the extra cash, because any extra cash that I have is going right into this business. So I am doing things really cheaply now. Okay, so we're going to cut this piece out, run it through. We're going to cut out the green one, which we already did, cut out the circle. So here's this piece. We already cut that out. Then you want to take a piece of crumb cake and cut out your tree branch from the tree dies. Okay, so that's that. Let's move this right over here. Now in this piece, this stamp set right here, we are using, where's my, oh, here it is. I did bring it over. Not my crumb cake, but this. All right, so I'm trying to hurry now because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, no. All right, so I'm using this right here. And then I'm using these up here. Those are the pumpkin tops. So I'm using those, and I'm going to stamp these right here, like so. And then I'm going to bring in my, I think I used Old Olive or Mossy Meadow on this one. So we'll use it. If not, it's okay. It will be all right. Then you just line up your stems. Sometimes I get them dead on, and sometimes I do not. So, dead on. So isn't that cute? Look at that. This is so stinking cute. I love it. And then I just fussy cut that out. That's all I did. All right, so now it's time to assemble. So let me bring these out. So if you notice on this, you got a separation here. So I cut those two out and then these three out. And I fussy cut those out. So we've got those. We've got our tree. I don't have my crumb cake tree though. So I'm wondering how this one would be. We're going to use, this will be a little darker. No, I want the, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is going to look all right? Hold on. Where's my circle? Right here, which I need to do some stamping on that. Do you think that that looks all right? See, it looks, it's too close to color, I think. So, okay, so give me a second because I am going to go ahead and I'll get it out. Cut the tree out. So, see, hopefully I have a piece of crumb cake scrap in here that will work, and I do. So, we're just going to pop that on there and run this right through. I was telling my daughter Tori today when I was talking to her that I thought I was pretty sure that I had everything prepared, but I'm sure I forgot something and it would not surprise me. And I did. I forgot to cut the crumb cake tree out. All right, so let's go ahead and pop that right out. And then there we go. All right, so now what did I do with the, here it is. All right, so we got that, we got this. And I did forget the sentiment one too, but that's okay because all you do is you stamp down your sentiment on, and I used wild wheat. Okay, and I used what did I use? Early espresso, and I used thank you, and the thank you came from, no, that's from the Loveliest Trees. I did use the Loveliest Trees, which I forgot to tell you guys. The hello in the other tree, the sentiment is from Simply Said. So I just used the hello out of there. Okay, now we are going to do a little bit of stamping here. So this is this grass or dirt or whatever you wanted it to be. I made it dirt, and I used Old Olive on, not Old Olive, but Mossy Meadow on there. At least I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I did. No, maybe I didn't. I used Old Olive. I did use Old Olive. Okay, so we're going to use Old Olive. Don't you hate that when you forget what colors you used? This is an older pad, so I've got to like really dig into it to get it. All right, so then I'm just going to bring this down, kind of like that. If I have a spot that didn't take, I can just take this piece here and go right over it like that. And I'm okay because, you know, grass is you got darker and lighter shades in it, and I want to put this over here so I don't lose that. And then I'm going to take the Balmy Blue again. I may have enough on here I'm just going to swirl it just to get some Balmy Blue, just to give it a little bit of a sky. We need a little bit more. I'm so surprised. I don't want to jinx myself, but we haven't crashed yet. No, now it's going to crash. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right, there we go. We got that. All right. Now we're going to assemble. So, oh, shoot. No, we got one more thing to stamp. We got to stamp this. You can stamp this tone on tone. You can stamp it with other colors because it is so light. But what I'm going to do and what I did was stamped it with some Versamark because I just wanted it to be like a watermark. We're going to use our leaf stamp again. And clean that off. And I am just going to randomly stamp on here. And what I like about Versamark is when you first stamp it on there, you can like barely see it. But after it sits, it like gets darker. And I really do like that a lot. And why am I not turning my card and turning my stamp? And it would be a whole lot easier just to turn my card and not, or my layer and not my stamp. I grabbed the wrong pad. This one's my old one. I just did it again too. That's all right. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm like really having to, you know what, I'm gonna do just like that. And then this one, we're gonna come in this way. And then this, I'm just doing this really fast too, you guys, so that we can get this card together. And you guys, I think you guys know how to do this. And if not, you can always go back, rewind when you watch the recording, and you can stop and pause and all that kind of good stuff. All right, I am pretty good with this. Might put one more right there. Maybe that one coming in there. And maybe one coming like that. All right, I'm good with that. All right, so I know on here, can you guys see that on your end at all, the watermarks? Because I don't see it when I look up at my screen. But it might be coming in clearer for you guys. But as it dries, it does get darker. So see, it just gives that subtle little something, something. All right, so now, now it's time. Okay, so I got one more thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere my tree down. Normally on these little pieces, I like to do the glue on my silicone mat and sponge it, but time's sake, I'm just gonna try to be very careful with my glue here. And just, okay, so now we got some wrap going on. I don't like wrap. All right. Can you guys hear that? I don't think you guys ever told me if you could hear it or not. Very cool, very pretty. Barely see it. Okay. Yeah, you can barely see it. It's really light. It's just really subtle when you do it. But it just adds a little something, something when you don't want too much to distract. But you just need a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm good with this. All right, so now I am Try to get this on here as straight as I can. I think I had it like right about here. Like so. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to dab some glue. You know, it probably would have been faster to just do it because it is right here. I thought I could dab it a little faster than what I was doing. All right, and we're just gonna dab that right on there. That was a whole lot faster, wasn't it? All right, and then I'm just gonna line this up on here. And I'm okay if it goes over the top of our circle. Just gonna put it on there as straight as I can. Okay, so there we go. Let me move that out of the way. So now I've got one last thing that I have to do to this is stamping wise. Okay, so if you look at this, do you see my birds? Can you guess what they are? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All righty. Are you guys typing? Are you guessing? I'm going to use some early espresso on it. And I am bringing in, voila, the pumpkin stems. Because let me show you what I saw. When I first saw this, outside of these, I saw birds when I first saw that. And I thought, oh, I said, why do they got so many birds on there? And where's the stems to the pumpkin? And then it dawned on me that that was the, I'm going to move this because I got to remember which way I stamped them. And I think I did it just like that. Okay, so, but I don't want that on there. All right, I got to clean this now. And I got to clean my fingers. Put the card back up. Put the card back up. I done told you what they are. Let me get this. All right. All right. I am going to try to carefully ink up this one pumpkin stem. And I think that that's the way I want it to go. Yep. Okay. So it's just a matter on how you stamp it too that makes it look even more like a bird. So I'm going to stamp one here. Oh, I don't know. I got, yeah, that's it. See, look how that just looks like a bird. I'm like, yep, that's what we're going to do. We are going to use the pumpkin stems for a bird. Oh, I got that one. I smushed down too hard. It's okay. Really. And then I'm going to put another one right out here. Look what I did. Doggone it. Oh, well. This card does have bling. Maybe we can put a bling bling there, right? All right. This one's going to go right there. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm a genius. I really don't think that I'm a genius, but anyway. All right. So, oh, matter of fact, this might cover that up too. All right, let's go ahead and put our pumpkins on there. So these three, I am going to glue flat down. So let's put a little glue on here. That was a little lot glue. And these, I'm going to put right, oh, that's what I wanted to do. These pumpkins were supposed to go behind the tree. So these pumpkins are going to go in front of the tree. All right, so I need a mini glue dot, or not a glue dot, but a mini dimensional. I need 2. I'm almost done, you guys. Almost done. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, and your shares. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on YouTube or not. If I don't, I will make a special video. But if I do decide to put this on YouTube, please, thank you so much for watching and putting up with my silliness. And please comment. I love to read your comments and hear what you think and all that kind of stuff. And please, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you do. And please turn on your notifications too, so that you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. And let me stop and think here. Can't talk right now. What did I do? Here it is. We have this. So this, we're going to adhere this down. So what did I do with the glue? Here it is. All right, we're going to put this on here. Just like that. All right, did I pop that up? I did, but so we're going to flip this over and we're going to put some big dimensionals on here. All right, and that's going to go right here like so. I just think this card is so stinking cute. And this is going to go right there all the way to the edge of our card. That we're going to glue down flat. Okay. And I am going to put that right about there. There we go. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and take the backs off of this. Oh. And we are going to do this just like that. And then I'm going to glue this. What I did with this actually is I cut this off because this was, well, it's too long. And this one may still, no, I don't know. I might leave that like that this time around, but on my other one, I cut this off. And you know what? I think I am going to cut that off. I don't know. If you like it, you can leave yours on if you want to. And looky there, it covers up my mistake. How about that? That's good. Very good. All right, so I put a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to take a mini glue dot, dimensional. And put that right there. It went over a little too far, but that's okay. You still can't see it. And that is going to go just like that. Oops. All right, and then all we got, some bling, and we're done with this card. So I use basic rhinestones on that, and I don't have my class cards over here to look and see if I think I used those, and those. So you know what? I'm gonna use I wonder what, no, don't like those either. And I don't really like these either. These are too bright of a green, I think. Let me see. Well, they might work. They might. They're a little brighter green, but it might work. Let's see. Let's do that. There we go. All right. So, no, I don't like that. Over here, this seems like it's too far away, but we could put it right here. That would be all right. Nope, don't like that either. I look in the video to see if I like it. And if I don't, then we change it. I think I might just put it right here. So there we go. I don't really like that either. But anyway. Oh, why didn't I could use those. Yeah. These are I think this is lemon lime twist, I think. Might be Parakeet Party. I know that retired. It does not say what the colors are on here. I really miss that it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so these are adhesive back shiny sequins. I don't remember what the colors are on this. What are the new colors? I forgot what the new colors are. Let's see. We've got peach pie. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one right here. There we go. I like that much better. So that kind of, yeah, that's pretty. I like it. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what those colors are. It's been a full day. All right, so let's bring these cards back out for you guys so that you can see them once more. Move that out of the way. We've got this one, and I'm going to go ahead and pop both of these up because the trees, like I said, they will turn out different every time. Here is proof that they do. So, they're both so beautiful, though. I couldn't tell you which one I liked better out of these two. And this one, I just love the way the trees did. And this one is so cute. Let me hold it up so you can see, so it doesn't look so plain, because it does have that watermark back there. So in person, it's really super, super cute. So what do you guys think? I hope that you really did like this and you liked this, these little tips on how to color these, the tree image. I'm sweating, but my air conditioning is on, but it must be still 100 degrees outside. It is so hot, or I'm having a hot flash. That could be it too. All right, so I think that's it. I believe it is. So let me go ahead and pop back up here. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight and hanging out with me. Let me breeze through your comments. I can't hear anything but you. Oh, good. You could not hear the music. Put the, okay. Oh, goody. I'm so glad that you guys love them. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just thought they turned out really, really great. And, yeah, I like them a lot. So I will have still pictures up. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. I got a lot on my list tomorrow to do, but I am going to try to get these done tomorrow. Unless I can't sleep tonight, which sometimes happens, I may go ahead and take pictures of them tonight. But I take pictures and then I put them on PicMonkey, and then I put my watermark, crop them, and all of that. So most likely they'll be up on my Facebook page tomorrow sometime. My class is Saturday. If you happen to catch me tonight, or you catch this recording and you live locally to the Byron area, Macon, Warner Robins, Perry, anywhere around, Roberta, we would love to have you join us. Just please let me know ASAP, because I will have to cut a card kit for you. I've already done all the cutting. They're all prepped, and all I have to do is just set everything up. So I'm ahead of the game. I'm so proud of myself. Woohoo! So, yeah, because normally when I was working at the DG, I would be so panicked right now. I would be cramming this in. I would be cramming in. I would still probably be cutting cardstock, and probably even tomorrow night, most likely. So I'm done chatting. I'm done talking you guys' ears off. I'm gonna let you guys go, relax, enjoy the rest of your night, or go night night. And I will see you same time, same place next week. All right. Thanks, you guys. Love you. Bye bye. Let me end it. I forgot how to end it. It's been 2 weeks. I forgot.